Hi, what a gorgeous day. Day 5. It's beautiful out here. I have the windows open in the house. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's a chainsaw in the background. I think a lot of people are home and trying to figure out what to do around their homes. My lens is darkened, so sorry, but you'll see sunglasses on here. It's a beautiful day. I got up early this morning, made some bread, talked to people on the phone, talked to my grandson who loved the day also. He's down with his father still and is out in a shed cleaning it out. So he was spending his day outside too. He said it got a little warm. I don't mind that. It's gorgeous out here and supposed to be really nice tomorrow also, and then very cold for the weekend. So unfortunately, we're going to get that. Not a lot of update today. I think Maryland is up to 107 deaths today, or 107 incidents, I'm sorry, and 1 death. Delaware is at 36 incidents, no deaths. I did hear about a family. Their name is FUSCO, I believe, from New Jersey. They were always together, celebrating and together on Sundays, having Sunday dinners together, going to church together, and 7 of the family members were affected by this, and 3 have since died. Keep them in your prayers. This is an awful, awful thing. It's very hard to even consider losing 3 family members and having so many others sick in these day and time. You can't go to the hospital, you can't visit them, you can't be with them. I can't imagine how scary that is, being somewhere and being away from your family and them not being there to support you. Got a Facebook message yesterday from a friend, and she is a labor and delivery nurse, and they can't have anyone come with them to labor and delivery. So pray for those mothers that are having babies and are there by themselves, scared, fearful for their babies, fearful for themselves, fearful for their families, fearful to go home in case something, by chance they have contracted it and at the hospital and take it back. I can't even imagine. So keep our professionals and all in your thoughts and prayers. There was good news today. There's a couple of medications that they are looking at as a possibility to treat this. One has a long name, don't know much about it. It's new, it's not been used yet. The other is hydrochloroquine, which is the name of that, the name, another name for that is Plaquenil. And I took Plaquenil for several years for rheumatoid arthritis. And the side effects I did not notice. I think it gave me some issues with my eyesight. Just talked to my retina doctor this past month, and I had macular degeneration before I started taking Plaquenil, evidently. One of the tests they do for you with rheumatoid arthritis and starting on medications, especially starting on something like Plaquenil, is to put you on, to give you a doctor's appointment to look at your eyes and make sure your eyes are in good health before. So I was diagnosed then with macular degeneration, and over the course of a couple years taking the Plaquenil, so no one's going to take it that long, but over the couple years of taking the Plaquenil, I developed wet macular degeneration. And the wet macular degeneration is when you need to get the shots in the eyes. So for me, that was 9 shots in the eyes. I stopped taking the Plaquenil in 2014. No, Yes, 2014. I had started taking the shot. I started getting the shots in 2014, and stopped taking the Plaquenil. I went on to do 9 shots during that year, and since then my eyesight has gone to a 2015, so, or 1520, however you say that. But they're doing great now. I haven't had a shot in 5 years, 6 years. So I think without taking the Plaquenil, that's helped me with that. But the Plaquenil is an anti-malarial drug. It's quinine. That's what's in tonic water. My uncle is in the Air Force, and he flew planes. He's not flying right now. He's 82 and are getting ready to next month. And he said that before they flew, the pilots were told that they were not allowed to have tonic water because the quinine affected the eyes. I think we're going to be on this so short term that if it helps, it's not going to hurt anyone. As I said, I was on it for probably 3-4 years, and other than the shots in the eyes, but that was because I was already dealing with macular degeneration, supposedly. Didn't know it at the time, but found out before taking it. So that's where the positive is today, that they're at least looking at something to help with it. I don't think we're exponentially making the numbers like Europe and China. I'm hoping that that's because we're sheltering in place, that we're quarantining, that we're not getting together. But I will tell you, some people don't understand that concept. I am here at this, I'm outside, but the closest I've come to anybody, there were a couple guys working on plotting out the property across the street. The closest I came to them was maybe 40-50 feet. Certainly wouldn't let anyone in my house, wouldn't go over to anybody else's house, not even unless absolutely necessary, would not order groceries and go pick them up. Again, I am very, very fortunate. I'm here in a safe place. I have a lot of food. I brought things with me. So I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I will be fine for probably 6 weeks. Today is one of my least favorite days. Today's a Thursday. And Thursdays, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Thursday, I take a shot. I am a type person that doesn't watch doctor shows when they start cutting people up, or when they give someone a needle. I cried when my kids got vaccinated. I do not like needles. 5 weeks ago, I had to learn how to give myself a shot. And for some people, that's not a big deal. My husband would have jumped right through it, and not a problem. And he was like, I can do it to you. I can give you a shot. I can do it. But I knew I had to do it myself, and I had to take care of it. And it's a good thing that I did, because this is my 5th shot this week, and I've been giving them to myself each time. And if I hadn't have been doing it, I don't know how comfortable I would have been. It would have been even more difficult. So anyway, Thursdays are the day that I take the shots, and the reason I don't do methotrexate orally is because I took it for a couple years and it made me nauseous, flu-like symptoms. I would lose 24 to 48 hours a week of time because I was down. I just could not function during that time frame. Didn't want to do that this time. So I tried another drug. It did not work for me. It caused not only nausea, but pain in the stomach, diarrhea. Yeah, it was not good. So when the doctor mentioned the methotrexate injectably, I decided to try that. So far, the only issue that I've had with it is, obviously, I'm not a person that has given themselves shots before. Last week I had a nice, still have it, bruise from shooting myself. So I have to be a little more careful. The directive was take the needle, pinch your skin, jam it in, straight in. And the faster you jam it, the less pain you'll feel. Well, I didn't want to feel pain. So I think last week I might have gone a little too hard, pinched a little too much, twisted the needle. I don't know what I did. But anyway, it seems to be healing a little bit. It's still black and blue, starting to get a little yellow to it, which makes me pleased. We'll see tomorrow if I have any color on the other side of my stomach when I look at it tomorrow to see if I got any bruising from today's. So it's gorgeous out here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what view I have and how lovely it is. This is my view. And the barges and boats. Beautiful little white Methodist church over there. And there is the ferry going back and forth. It's a cable ferry. And it holds 6. Goes back and forth. There's our poor sad little playground. But each morning I wake up to this, and the sunsets are beautiful. Sunrise is behind me, but it glistens off of the trees and the church. I've taken pictures each morning and evening as I can, and of the barges that come up and down the river with the sand on them. I'd like to share with you, before I go, a verse that I read today that I felt very connected to. This was from 3 John 1:4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. And that is absolutely true. My son has become very involved in his church, and my daughter has started to re-go to her church, which has made me very pleased. Both of them have children at home, and both of them are getting their children involved. My daughter was in Dubai for a few years. A little harder to go to church, a little harder to talk about Christianity in a Muslim community. So that was not the easiest thing. But now she is back and in North Dakota, and so things are going good. I tried today and yesterday to take pictures with a camera that I have, because it is so gorgeous out there and the eagles are flying around. Either my camera battery or the charger has gone, so I have done what I wasn't planning on doing, and that is ordering things from Amazon. So I've ordered some batteries from Amazon. Some of them are supposed to be in on Saturday, and then the others after that. We'll see how that goes. I was hoping to get Amazon Pantry here, but I understand it's no longer in this area, so I can't order food from Amazon Pantry. I don't need anything. I'm not going to need anything for weeks, so I'm good. I just like to have that backup. I understand from the next door neighbor who called me today that the local grocery store, Food Lion, you could order and pick up. You cannot do that at the local Walmart at this point. That's what she was normally doing. So we'll see how this goes. I know most of the grocery stores are setting up time for senior citizens to go, anyone over 60 to go in and go grocery shopping either early in the morning or late at night. And I think that's a wonderful idea. Not going to do that. Not going to put myself at risk at this point. I am safe here. I am fine here. I do not need anything. So I'll just enjoy myself by reading and doing my puzzles, exercising, going out on this beautiful day. And tomorrow is supposed to be even gorgeouser. It's, and that's a word, gorgeouser. It's going to be 80 tomorrow, so it will be so fantastic. Try to see what else I did. Oh, one of the things that I thought was very unusual, or very unique, very forward-thinking, I had put some books on hold at our local library. I got a message, an email, that if I did not want to pick the book up, I would not be charged for having it. They normally charge you $1 if you don't pick the book up. That's a fine for putting it on hold and not picking it up timely. I think you have 7 days. Well, I'm not anywhere near the library. I'm 3 hours away. And even if I was, I wouldn't go in, and I don't even think they're open at this point. So they gave you the option of picking a time. You could pick a time 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, 6 weeks out. I picked 60 days. I'm hoping that I will be home and be able to get the book and enjoy it. It's a Dr. Furman's Eat to Live, and just, you know, at that point, hopefully things will be all back. But I thought that was a very interesting thing. I get emails, of course, every day, like everybody else does, and getting things from places like, I order RX bars and Base Culture bars. I'm gluten-free and sugar-free, and these are alternatives for me. And they have emailed me and kept me abreast of what they're doing. RX Bar is actually doing exercising because they know we can't get to the gym. So at a certain time on Facebook, on their page, they will have 3 times a day, they have different professionals get on and do some workouts for a half hour, I'm not even sure what, but I will check those out. That's really cool. I thought that was neat. Jiffy Lube sent me a note. They're still open. I don't need Jiffy Lube. Not going there. What else have I gotten today? That's about it. So, day 5. Here. Day 4. It's not even day 5. It's day 4. So, yep. Everything here is good. I hope it's good with you. May God bless you and your family and keep them safe. Bye.